out of SBTC, but they also have just standard solid tools that this team comps are basically a wash. It's awful. There's nothing interesting about them.
Look, we've got Azir. That means scaling meta. I like it.
Azir Jinx, baby.
Azir
Six
Jinx.
items do not talk to me until
Look,
then.
it's Azir Jinx versus a Gwennafellis. This is what we live for in the VCS. Okay, it's not. I'll be honest on that point, but it is what we've kind of seen from Team Wales. Again, I go back to that whole scaling point, and while in Game 2, Team Wales didn't have a massively scaling comp versus SBTC. They did have a scaling comp, but it wasn't that much stronger than SBTC's in that regard. What do you make of it in this game?
I feel that it's very much. It's a little bit in the favor of SBTC in terms of raw damage output, but I think Team Wales has a very nice front to back composition and play it out very standardly, and the scaling of an Azir and a Jinx is enough just on their own to match. So fairly happy across the board. I don't think anyone either has a particularly large advantage, and it's just going to be a matter of how they play it out. And
Calm down.
Emperor's just going to give Nagia a little bit of the treatment that Nagia gave them in the early stages of that Gwen matchup. Unfortunately for Emperor, he doesn't have a killer queen to flash over a wall and make a weird tower dive to knock him out at level 2, but can get a very good early trade on while he still has the opportunity before those hyper procs come in and make the kiting insane from the mini-Gnar. But we'll get some health back quickly, and looking at this pressure coming out from bot lane, side lane's looking good. This can give Killer Queen so many openings to try and make DNK's life hell.
Killer Queen barely even needs an opening. You can just have the tiniest of cracks, and Killer Queen will show himself. DNK now showing himself in the mid lane. Flash charm, and it lands onto Glory. Flashes away. DNK flashes to follow, and the trailing auto of DR1 is enough to secure first blood for SBTC.
Yeah, felt safe. Did not expect the follow-up of that flash charm to come on through, and that will be first blood for sure. And I mean, it's just fantastic play. Just Glory not respecting it, but Killer Queen is just going to go hyper aggressive. DR1 low on mana. Can't really help his jungler out at all. Killer Queen is just going to be a nuisance. That's all he's here to be.
Is he going to steal this blue buff?
Yeah.
DNK still doesn't trust the fact that No! We don't want to see the replay right now!
Yeah, just flash charm. That's all there really is to it. Glory tries to flash it out in a little bit, but the flash follow provides enough damage for that follow-on auto attack to pick up the first blood. So, yeah, he's got to get his wolves in the end as DNK, but that's 2 camps taken away. We'll have the priority over this crab, thanks to DR1, who will also help scout out perhaps a raptor camp he could make his way into. He has to be a little bit careful. Killer Queen will be spotted out, so DNK
CBL is coming up as well here.
Oh, this could be interesting. This could be fun. DR1 is kind of... It shouldn't be too much. DR1 still has lots of mana, still has a full health bar, and CBL is just going to do a drive-by minion collection, pretty much.
And Killer Queen says, look, DNK, I know you think you're a good jungler here in the VCS, but I'm the only one who may invade the other junglers' camp. You stay in your jungle and you just accept the invades. And now Ariete looking towards the bottom lane, the Flame Chompers narrowly missing out on a rooting celebrity in place. And as a result, the Killer Queen will just make his way back over into his jungle and onto his fat grump.
But with all that said, is going to have a pretty decent jungle lead for himself. Going to be 2 camps ahead pretty much the entire time, and that's massive. That's going to give him a little bit of an access to some earlier items. Going to get him racing to those items, get that experience lead, so he can start to make plays with that kick. Now, But we're still just seeing Emperor bully this top lane. Nagia just cannot really get a look in. Even in a matchup, he should really be pushing a little bit harder. Perhaps not quite at this stage, but once that ultimate comes in, we've seen the all-in potential this now has against the Gwen.
We have indeed, but Nagia at the moment, level 5, about to hit Meganar. Does he want to jump in onto Emperor? Never mind, we're going to look away as Glory just runs away from Tier 1 as Diari hits level 6. That flash from Arietti. That timing was absolutely nutty from the Wales ADC.
Yeah, just found himself caught in the Gravitum queue and just manages to get out, find the ability to flash, finds that small window. Now Killer Queen's going to grab that first Drake. No, he's going to try and grab this 80 carry.
Abyssal Dive, Arietti has already fallen, and Killer Queen too late to the party. Celebrity will die. Killer Queen will be taking the spoils of war. It takes a while to get the kill, and Palette just going to try to freeze this wave.
Yeah, downside to the aggression of that Abyssal Dive is, actually hold that thought, is
DNK's only level 5, but is still stomping this. Nagia hit 6, chucks DNK into the wall, and picks up the solo kill.
Nah, baby, Nagia can do it too. He can punish an over-aggressive DNK for sure. And Killer Queen, he's not really wanting to take this red buff. Tier 1 has that priority. Palette is in the area, and we saw the early damage this Nautilus can sort of provide next to the Aphelios. When we saw this dive, left completely alone, just leaves Arietti to get blown up by the Aphelios, and they hand the kill off to Lee Sin. It's fine in the end, but it takes him a while to walk up there and do that.
Palette did a really good job, because as soon as CBL went in for the play, Palette just hooks onto Arietti and stops the Jinx from doing anything.
Absolutely. And then here, DNK just does not really respect the transformation, and the early damage coming out from Anar, those boulder tosses hurt, as we've seen some trading took place in the mid lane. And trading is going to keep going in the bot lane.
DNK is here. This is a full-on 3v3, three-man Moonlight Vigil, but it just does no damage at this point. Red and white guns. They are stacking up. Killer Queen flashing away, but they just can't get on top of Celebrity. As that, the Heartbreaker, CBL is going to fall. Killer Queen will die as well, and it is a double kill for the SBTC ADC.
Doesn't do any damage because it's a white ultimate, and that means he gets all the chakrams, and that just deals so much damage over time. They can't do anything else, plus the resets from DNK, the Heartbreaker, the whole Viego Ignis. It's just, you can't get the follow-up kill, you can't get a second pick. Absolutely massive turnaround, because they just cannot kill Celebrity. They keep focusing Palette, and Palette has gone for the Aftershock, which means he's harder to kill. This is what I have been asking for ages from these supports. If you die, if you take longer to kill, they might not get your AD carry. And just, it's actually SBTC starting this off with, but Killer Queen is just lurking in the roots, and they just want to kill Palette. But he took so little damage early on that he had just managed to survive so long. Because if he doesn't have Aftershock, he probably just dies into that first initial play, or gets so low he can't be a bait effectively, and that just sets up Celebrity so well to just clean up with this fight on these chakrams.
DNK didn't even have a level 6 in that fight as well. He does it now. He also has a Rift Herald, and that's going to be some gold that he gets to throw around. SBTC 1k gold up, but Marby, where would you like to see that Rift Herald being used?
I think bot lane is the very standard choice. And oh, here comes Palette.
Lucky Dredgelight onto CBL, but Tier 1 with a teleport in. Lands the Spirit Rusher Charm onto Glory, and it's another kill going to SBTC.
Now we're seeing the power of the CC coming out from this Nautilus. That's why he will never, ever truly go away. The setup is so good for the Ahri to convert. Picks up that kill, controls his mid lane. DNK is not going to be here to convert that into a strong mid lane push or anything, but That's fine. I still want to see a bot lane with the Aphelios. You can clean up a tower so quickly. They've already got most of the plates off that bot lane, so it's just an easy cleanup. And then you can rotate him to the top lane. You can just try and pile on all the plates in the world. And yeah, just depth charge, charm, dead. As Killer Queen does his best with the shield, but it's too late. Too much damage coming out from the Zari.
Funny thing is, if Glory had flashed in the other direction, he would have actually survived because Palette was a little bit over-eager with the flash Q timing, but in the end, Glory practically flashes into Dia 1's charm or Dia 1 waiting, and then it's just easy for the Ahri to get the charm there, but I guess hindsight is a wonderful thing. SBTC, though, now leading by 1.5 gold, and that's going to be ballooning even further as a Rift Herald dropped into the bottom lane, and this is going to be first tower as well, going into the hands of Celebrity.
Yep, first tower, easy to the Aphelios. They can push it up, but much more likely to just reset. They're going to try and get it as close to the tower as possible, I guess, but I wouldn't expect it to get the charge. Oh, but if Ariadne is left on his own, Flash forced by the Heartbreaker, yeah, this charge will be coming out. It's not going to be enough to get a tower. There's not really a wave there alongside it, but that's a lot of damage dealt. That's a dragon pick up almost certainly. No, actually, Aphelios is going to reset, so gives an opening for a dragon to the side of Wales, but they don't care. They want to just try and rotate up this Aphelios and get more plates.
And we are 12 minutes into the game. First Drake still yet to be taken. And Nagia hasn't really got to the stage where he started bullying out Emperor in this matchup, which is what Emperor was doing to Nagia in the reverse matchup in game 1. And while I say that, Killer Queen able to secure that first Drake of the game.
Emperor playing it so much safer than Nagia was, though. It feels like not really contesting the wave, just letting it push under tower and staying as safe as possible. Now he's going to quickly back away.
I don't know what you're trying to say about that. Are you saying that Nagia is a Chad, or are you saying that Emperor is just smart?
Emperor is good at the game, is what I'm going to say. Emperor has been...
I like it.
Yeah, he knows how to press his advantage, he knows how to punish the mistakes, and he knows how to minimize his own, which is exactly what you want to do on this champion. Like, you will get strong as the Gwen eventually, you just can't really stand up to the Nara lane. So just minimize your laning. Stay under that tower. Try and clear the wave as quickly as you can before they can mine plates away. And
I do like that logic. I like that logic. You bad at laning? Just don't lane, Fivehead. Azir, are you bad in the early game? Just get to late game, Keck W.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I just don't lane.
You know, just open up the sidebar and press. What's that button in the practice tool? Fast forward 30 seconds. No, give yourself 10,000 gold, and there you go. Head back into lane against Steel 1. See what that weak Ahri can do against you.
Yeah, I'll press that. Give me that button, and I could possibly make diamond. Maybe, and probably not much higher. But,
I'm very worried if you could be full build from level 1 and only make diamond.
I have no hands. I am not good at this game.
It doesn't. I'm trying to think of a mid lane champion that you can play that just doesn't need hands. Like,
look, I know Annie exists. I know you can reach challenger with Annie.
Malzahar, or just play top lane. Imagine like just spamming Riven full build straight up into level 1.
Oh no! Look, I just play. Look, I'm a jungler, so I would probably just play Master Yi and be done with it.
Okay,
right
look, Marvin. I said you could be
available.
busted, but not Master Yi full build level. That's too disgusting, even by my standards.
Oh yeah, look. I mean, that is true. Look, Master Yi is an abomination, especially with the new updates. Whoever thought that was a good idea should not be allowed near a balanced patch ever again. But anyway, it's not looking good for Wales either, because Aphelios is 3-1, and he is looking very unbalanced at the moment. He has just been tearing apart Wales right now, and now Nagia can look for his revenge with the ultimate. But
he didn't get the double hop there. I don't know why Nagia doesn't get a double. Yeah. He jumped on
Oh,
like a whole wave of minions, so I'm surprised that he threaded the needle in some regard. But right now, Team World just kind of sitting back. They are down 3,000 gold. We've got a Drake in 1.5 minutes. There is a Rift herald up. But right now, they're kind of just sitting back, just trying to farm up, trying to get this Jinx to a strong stage in the game.
Yeah, they just wanna try and get as much gold as possible onto their carries. I'm still not sure which build I like the best out of Azir. I've seen a lot of the Leandries into Demonic Embrace. I think that's pretty good right now. I think the burn effects are just really strong, but I mean, I guess it's lessened its effectiveness a little bit this game with DNK not actually building that tank Viego, going straight for the Kraken Slayer. So maybe the burst is necessary. I don't know.
I feel like Azir builds are always something that analysts just won't agree on. Whether it's build or whether it's like, oh, do you go Arcane Comet or like Lethal Tempo, or I don't know what other crazy stuff you can go. You can probably go like Hail of Blades or Airy. I don't know. There just feels like so much you could build on Azir.
He's a very interesting champion in terms of build diversity, but what we have now is full burst Azir can do a lot of poke from range with that Q Luden's proc. Plus, if he goes for that big all-in Shurima shuffle, he can knock up, maybe try and look to burst out DNK before he can actually get a reset going. So these are that's probably the thought process going through the head of Glory right now, but full control of objectives, especially on the top side for the side of SBTC, and bot lane's been caught, mid lane rather, has been caught napping, so that's just going to be a charge, possibly even, definitely two. If they can break the second lane turret open, they're not going to, but
teleport from the side. Nagia from
Oh!
behind, but Nagia doesn't find anyone in his ult, and surely this is going to be SBTC turning this around. Depth charge, devour from CBL will keep Ariete alive. Good Shurima's shuffle, and the Aphelios has fallen, and Team Wells are looking for more. Killer Queen into the back. Heartbreak is going to be able to find a kill. Ariete, though, is excited, looking for Dia 1. Will be able to get the kill with a crit. DNK now jumping on to Ariete. Will be able to get the kill. It's a 2v2, but DNK is getting the reset. Nagia is low. Nagia has to run for his life, but Emperor's going to be able to secure the kill. And now DNK just turns his attention towards the Tom Kedge and will surely get the kill. CBL flashing over the wall. DNK can't aggress any further.
It looked so good, but in the end, Viego got to Viego and just reset and be unstoppable. This champion needs to stop existing. This is not a fair. Like, I know the champion got to reset, pick up a lot of kills. Ariete did his damnedest. You're gonna see here, it all just feels a little bit fumbled as Nagia provides pretty much nothing to this fight, but Ariete, he's wailing in rockets. The big sweep up from Glory means Celebrity is removed instantly, but DNK gets to turn into Azir, provide that damage, turn into Lee Sin, collapse straight onto Jinx, and just keep moving forward. And there's nothing Ariete can do. He can pick up so many kills, but in the end, you have to deal with DNK, you have to deal with Viego, because otherwise he's just going to keep going, and you can't do anything about it.
And, I mean, Marby, I tend to steer away from flaming on players, but if Nagia lands an ult, if Nagia makes that flank work even slightly, that's Team Wales this fight, because I mean, it's just hands down, they just stomped that straight away.
Yeah, it definitely feels like if he landed anything, it would have been a much cleaner setup. Glory possibly wouldn't have had to go all in, put that aggression just to basically start off the fight again, because they had the false start of Nagia missing everything. So it definitely could have been a good turnaround, could have been something to bring it back together, but in the end we just saw if DNK gets to reset, DNK gets to Viego, and Ari is going to get a little bit donked.
Over the wall goes Killer Queen. Abyssal dive lands onto Dia 1, and CBL will get the kill onto the Ari. Ariete shows up as well, and Palette will fall. 2 kills going the way of Team Wales. and there is a Baron Nashor standing and awaiting Team Wales.
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity now. There's a lot of damage available for the side of SBTC, but I think Wales are mostly just looking for the turn. Gonna try and find DNK because he can always enter. Actually, no Heartbreaker. They have to kill him.
Killer Queen goes in, and the Baron is secured by Ariete. SBTC will get one kill. Emperor over the wall. Killer Queen chasing, so is Glory. But Ariete finds another kill, and it is only Emperor left standing. But for how much longer? Dire 1 is teleporting in, but this might just be 2 kills going the way of Team Wales. Dire 1 escorting Emperor out to safety.
Yeah, that's it. That's a Baron on 4 members. A few more kills. It's 10 kills a piece. A dragon a piece. And now the gold is 100 to 200k apart. And now this Baron is going to blow this open. It feels like it has to. There's more standing gold on the map for Wales to work with. This can be it. This could be bringing them right back into the game after some fantastic picks from Glory and Killer Queen.
And this is the game right now of Team Wales looking for picks. If they find those picks and they get that number advantage, they're set for fights. And you look at both compositions. Team Wales, they've got a Jinx. SBTC, they've got a Viego. Whichever team gets those resets first are going to be so much stronger for those all-in 5v5 fights.
Yeah, it feels like that for sure. And I mean, we have to say that finding those picks, finding those number advantages was huge. But notably, I feel like no DNK was important because if any kill goes down there, if you lose a kill and DNK goes down and gets that reset going, it's hard to stop. If Jinx gets a reset going, she's just a little bit faster. She doesn't have iframes. She doesn't jump all over the place very quickly. So you need to play a little bit more careful around these fights if you're Team Wales. Now, they have the split push going on the top side, so that's going to be some gold coming in from Nagia. They don't want to push too aggressively, and this wave clear is strong from the side of SE, so they can control this numbers advantage push, actually get the shove against the Baron.
And this isn't what we saw in Game 2 from SBTC, because when the SBTC were on the back foot in Game 2, we didn't know how they could deal with wave clear. Here in Game 3, though, with the Ahri as well as the Aphelios, they can deal with these Baron-empowered minions much more effectively.
The wave is also being conceded a little bit by Team Wales now. It is going to be this third dragon. It's not the end of the world for Wales. They don't need to contest it, but they need to find something. So far, they've really only gotten that one dragon out, and now a bit of a poke in from DNK. Can't find the connection on that stun, but no response either. Mostly I think just looking for Nagia to try and build up that Naba, make him feel comfortable and ready for a fight, actually be able to have an influence this time. They found a lot of damage onto DNK.
Oh, Mega Death Rocket doing a lot of work. Nagia transforms. Good Charmer landing. Nagia going in onto Tier 1 forces. The Spirit Rush defensively, but Team Wales continue to siege. Emperor trying to do work, has used the needle work. A Summon Tower dropped down as well. So much damage from the Orb of Deception.
What?
Oh my Vigil. And Team Wales are forced back massively. Celebrity once more lands the moonshot, looking for Killer Queen, not quite enough damage. Team Wales are forced away, and SBTC have a Drake for the taking.
They had so many opportunities for Nagia to flash and get a decent ultimate, at least find a pick, but he just knocks Emperor forward and doesn't do anything with it. I'm losing my mind. This Gnar is night and day different to Game 1, and it's just... I can see the opportunities, I can feel it for Team Wales, but they're just playing so cagey. Their top laner refuses to make that risk.
Can someone watching the stream right now make the Drake meme format and just have Nagia's Gnar with Drake shaking his head, and then have Emperor's Gnar with Drake nodding his head? If you could do that, tag me on Twitter as well. That would be wonderful. But let's take a look at this game state. Practically no goal between the teams. Very even on kills. Drake's 2-1. Still a long way to go before we get to Soul, let alone Elder, considering that the last Drake was just taken. So we're back to this stalemate situation where both teams are just kind of wandering the map, just throwing waves to each other and searching for picks.
Yeah, and really just not being able to utilize side waves. They got one tower off of that Baron. It just feels like this Wales are not able to really utilize this. These are objectives to their maximum advantage, mostly just looking for them as venues to set up fights, and so we're just gonna have to be stuck here for another minute or so, waiting for this Baron to set up again. Now SBTC are in the area this time first, and there's no dragon to bait them out and lead them into a bad position, so we're gonna have to look for them to. So if we're looking for Wales to try and get a repeat, they're gonna have to look for something like this.
And they do exactly that. They find DNK, they get the kick, they get the kill, and Killer Queen is not done yet. He's looking at Palette, he's looking at Dia 1, but he has to be careful. There's a lot of damage from the RE, 2 kills, and the Moonlight Vigil from Celebrity finds no one. Team Wales, they get the kills they need, but there aren't any objectives up just yet. They've got 13 seconds to wait for the Baron Nash to spawn.
36 to wait for Baron, but Emperor may have overreached. His Gwen has that ghost, so can run away if necessary. But with this by cutting the wave, they stop the push as well. So Emperor's not going to be able to trade that for a tower. But now can they play into this dragon fight? They have a lot of AOE damage again. Red and blue. This could be disaster in the pit for Team Wales.
No Moonlight Vigil available. Emperor can't go in. Nikki again misses the ult. And this time it's onto Celebrity, but it's a lone ADC. And Celebrity will not be able to 1v4. Meanwhile, Killer Queen just trying to duel on Dia 1. Gets the ult back up, kicks Dia 1 over the wall, goes back in, exhausted. Team Wales have got the kill onto Celebrity, but they look for no more. And they will just make their retreat with the second Baron of the game being secured in their favor.
Yeah, the backs have come through. The respawn times have come through. Again, yeah, Nagia missing that ult, but it does enough to keep Celebrity isolated. They do run him down, so another Baron, another pick. Small advantages every time for Wales. Can they piece it together? Can they crack it open to a big one? This is gonna be a big push this time. They have to really make this one stick. They have a little bit of time left as well, and Killer Queen, he uses Palette as a delivery system to get him to DNK. That's what you love to see. And then tries again. Can't quite get onto Dia 1, but can cut off Palette. And with that, that's two big engage points, 2 big power points from the side of SBTC's teamfight removed off the map, and that's what they use to turn into the Baron control. Now they're going to use this Baron to hopefully push this mid wave and possibly just control this dragon and take us to 4 dragons, 2 apiece.
This time Nagia engages, finds DNK jumping forward, locks down DNK, and Team Wales are able to follow up. 1 kill going the way of Wales, and now they're looking for Emperor. Needlework doing so much damage, but surely not enough. He goes Flory with the Shurima shuffle. 2 more kills for the Wales. Celebrity taken down in a heartbeat, and it is only Dia 1 left standing, and Killer Queen wants the kill. He whiffs the Q. Will he whiff the kill? I think Dia 1 might be able to get out of it. The final Sonic Wave does not land, but it does not matter. Team Wales will siege into the mid lane, and SBTC are undefeated no longer.
Well, we ruined the narrative for